Ringrazzjak tal-li ġejt Reporter, se nagħmlu intervista bl-Ingliż, Ali Konate. Ali Konate, welcome to Reporter. I just made a short introduction, obviously in Maltese. Apart from the fact that you are a vocal person, you put your name and your face, and you've talked here. I have a number of quotes. I'd like to talk to you first about Ali Konate. Who is Ali Konate? You come from Mali.
Yeah, I come from
and Mali came into the news again because of the unfortunate incident of Mamadou Camara, who died in the hands of Maltese soldiers.
Yeah.
But Mali, tell me something about yourself. I mean about your life in Mali, your country, why you left Mali. Tell me.
Well, when I left my name is Ali, as you said, Konate. I'm from Mali as well. I left my country because I had some problems with some tribes of where I was living. But not only me, it was kind of tribe problem between tribes. But most of problems started because there was a case. I mean, some things can be a bit personal. I mean, to explain somehow.
You don't have to explain everything, but it was a situation because you had no chance to work because of problems of violence, of politics. What was it? What was it?
Not about work only, because I myself was working. My father had a shop, and then I was working with him. You know.
So you decided to leave Mali.
Yeah.
And Mali is quite a distance from Malta.
Yeah.
If anybody can figure out where Mali is on the map of Africa, it is, I have no idea how many thousands of kilometers away from.
Exactly.
And how did you cross from Mali across the whole African continent to eventually come to Malta? How did it happen?
Well, when I was in Mali, I was living in the capital city, Bamako. When that problem started there, I left there to go to a side which is a bit to Ivory Coast, near Ivory Coast.
Which is on the other side?
Which is on the other side.
Of Africa?
Of the same country of Mali, but for example, I left my town to go to another town. And then I was facing the same problem from the kind of connection of same tribe. So I had to leave to go to Ivory Coast. So my decision was that if I go to Ivory Coast, when the problem solved or when everything is okay, I can come back to Mali to stay with my family, because I was working and then my job was not bad for me, you know. I mean...
And then what happened?
At the age of a very small boy, if you can afford to buy things for yourself without asking no one, and then you can help other people as well. For me, that is a very good life, you know, because the important for life is when you can help yourself and help someone else.
But then after that, Ivory Coast...
So when I went to Ivory Coast, I was living there for a few months, and then my uncle lives there as well. Because of a very close relation between families, I couldn't stay there any longer. So I had to leave. And then I met some people that told me, we are going to Libya, and then if you want, you can come with us.
But when you traveled, how did you travel? You walked, you went on a truck, you went on
No, but in Africa, when we travel, there are, for example, from a country to country, there are big buses. Like those buses you see picking up the students and things like that. Those buses, we travel with that. And if you can afford it as well, there is a plane from capital city to another and from region to another.
But eventually, how did you get into Libya? You by bus, you got into Libya?
I catch a bus from Abidjan, which is the Ivory Coast capital city. And then I came to the place where I was living before in Mali, which called it Sikasso. And from there, I couldn't go inside, so I just crossed on side to come to Gao, where there is a Tuareg now at the moment. And then from there, I came to Algeria.
So then
from Mali, from Gao to Algeria...
Okay, let me just hurry up through this. And then Libya, and in Libya, what happened? What decision did you make to cross over? I don't think you wanted to come to Malta. You wanted to go to Europe, right?
No. Even in fact, that when I was coming to Libya, my plan was that since I'm going so far from everyone of my people and the other people as well, maybe I could be like a kind of a bit hidden, so they might forget the case and everyone will forget me. Then when everything cooled down, I'll go back, because I was always dreaming to go back.
But when you came to Libya and you decided to cross, how did this happen? If you can
when I was in Libya, you know, African people, how we live in Libya is very difficult. You cannot imagine how the life of Libya, when you are not a Libyan, you are African, black African. I mean, it's not easy. Sometimes even you are walking on the street, they can do anything, any kind of bad things to you. You know, they call you like a abed, which means a slave, and a young boy can throw you stones. Sometimes people pick you to go to work and they don't pay you. And if you want to talk, they point you the gun. If you complain, I kill you.
So you decided to leave Libya.
So in this kind of life,
what is your religion? What is your religion? If you have a religion, it's not an issue. But what is your religion? Are you in Mali? I mean, let me ask you the question. If you don't want to answer, it's not a problem. But what is your religion?
Well, I born as a Muslim, and then when I was teenager, I turned to Christian, and then when I get my over 20, and then I say that maybe I have to make my decision. So at the moment, I don't follow any kind of religion.
But you are originally a Muslim, and in Libya, in a Muslim country, you were treated not like a Muslim, but you were treated like a different person, right?
Yes. Not only me.
Not only you. And was it because of the color of your skin?
Yeah, but not exactly the color of my skin, because I imagine if I have seen that as well, even Egypt people that are living in Libya.
So if you're not Libyan, that's what you're saying.
if you are not Libyan, I mean, the life there is not that easy.
Okay, and you decided to come to Malta, or decided to cross. How did you arrange this? Very quickly, because I would like to ask you about the things which are happening here.
Well, when I hear about coming to Europe, was not like to Europe directly, because a person who told me about this, he told me there is a ship. On that ship, there is a captain, go everywhere. You pay him the money. He doesn't take a lot of people, maybe 2 or 3 people. You pay him the money. He put you on the ship. You work there until you get to another place. Then he will tell you, listen, here we are in this country, and then just go out and then find your way.
And you have to pay, right?
Yeah.
How much did you pay?
I pay $1,100.
$1,100. Yeah. And how long did it take you to get that money?
Well, as I was saying, since I left in my country, I had money on me. I do all my traveling. I mean, I didn't work that much. In fact, in Libya, I found some friends. I started learning the job of air conditioner in Libya.
Okay, let me come back to Malta. I'd like to go on talking about this thing. When you crossed, the person was a Libyan who organized the crossing, or what nationality was the person responsible for the crossing from Libya to Europe?
Well, the guy who told me was not Libyan, was an African.
But the person who organized, person who was Libyan?
Okay, if I have chance, I will explain to you. That there was a Libyan captain. He's a captain. Not captain as a boat captain, a captain of a soldier.
I see.
So he himself will not go to people, listen, I'll take you there. But he had people which he paid them to find people for him. But they will not tell you the truth, and they will not tell you what kind of a boat you are going to travel with.
I see.
As I was explaining how they told me, you know. So, and the day of departure, they just call you and tell you, listen, we are going this place, tonight you will go with the captain. But you have to know that the captain, where you are going is in a village, so the ship doesn't come near the water. So we have to put you in a small boat, and then when you arrive in the middle, we'll transfer you to the boat, to the ship.
Okay. You have been in Malta for how long? Ali?
Today I've been here almost 10 years now.
10 years.
Yeah.
So, in these 10 years, you have a feeling of what it means to live in Malta.
Yeah.
You have a feeling. In these 10 years, how do you rate your life here? I mean, how do you rate your life here? You do you feel that you're in a box? You feel that you have improved? You feel that you are worse than you have ever before? How do you feel?
To be honest, I don't know how to classify my life at the moment, to be honest, because when I got here first time, I've been into detention. In detention situation, it is not good. It is not welcome for anybody. After detention, you have your freedom. I mean, they release you from detention. You go to open center. Open center as well. They bring you food once in the morning and then another in the evening. So you have to work to get what you want to do. I myself didn't take long in the open center. I spent a few months there. When I got a job, I started renting in 2005. Because when I came here, I spent 18 months in detention. And they released me in 2004. So I spent the rest of 2004 in open center. And then 2005, I started renting the flat.
The detention centers, the people who work in detention centers, the soldiers and the other people who work for detention centers, how do they treat migrants? From your point of view, obviously, because it's your point of view.
It was difficult for me to complain, to be honest, because few months ago, I was going to detention to visit people there. And the way I see the place and I see the people, how they move, for me was better than when I was there. You know. But since as a visitor, when I go there, I don't want to interfere in problems and try to make them worse in detention, people in detention. So when I go, there are some certain questions I will not ask them about it. For example, how did they treat you and things like that. And then if they say, I can maybe tell them, listen, you are like this, you have to do this. Those things I will not, I didn't do that. But when I was there, it was worse. Because it was in 2002, and the detention staff, they didn't have any idea how to deal with migrants. You know.
Are you shocked at the incident with Mamadou Camara? Are you shocked?
Well, I can say you get shocked on something which it come very surprise for you. And for me, this is not that much surprise.
Why isn't it a surprise?
Isn't a surprise because I know how when you are in detention, if you escape or something happen or something goes wrong, how they treat you. I mean, everyone cannot stand it. It's very, very difficult.
How do they treat you?
For example, I can talk some about my time. When I was there, one day, there was 3 guys that escaped from where we were. And early in the morning, at around 5 o'clock, the rest which are sleeping, the soldiers come inside. Not to wake you up, start shouting. If you are covered with the blanket, they pull it away. And all the people outside. And you can imagine how badly they turn upside down the bed. The bed, they are double bed, one on each other. But they push it and fell on each other because they say there are some people who has some things hiding there, so they cut the fence with it. But I mean, you put me inside there, and you know what is inside there. And inside there, what can I get to cut the fence with it? If someone, you or someone else didn't do it.
Let's talk about life out of the detention center. But very shortly, I will ask you this question, and then we'll go for a break, because I have some adverts, and then we'll answer afterwards.
Yeah.
Out of detention center, what is life like? after the break.
Għix il-ġurnata memorabbli tat-tiġ tiegħek billi tħalli dak kollu li hu tekniku f'idejna. Nistgħu nipprovdulek sistemi ta' dwal u sound, preżentaturi, artisti u kantanti, filming b'sistemi HD, magħmar dekorati b'temi speċjali, dekorazzjonijiet u skulturi bis-silġ, disinjar u stampar ta' inviti u sistemi elettroniċi ta' interpretazzjoni għal mistiedna barranin tiegħek. Ikkonsulta fuq 2-1-4-8-6-3-0 u dak li jidher impossibbli ngħinuk tagħmlu possibbli.
Lob tan-nar u effetti pirotekniċi li jistgħu jintużaw faċilment u mingħajr periklu waqt attivitajiet diversi kemm fl-apert jew fil-magħluq. ċemplu Studio 7 fuq 2-1-4-8-6-3-0.
Xemx u xita alla jaf meta, it-temp jinbidel f'ħakkatajn għalhekk trid tafta f'idejn l-esperti. Tinet, twaped, gazebos, sufanijiet u amara għal barra, dwar u effetti speċjali u maftit mela ħafna affarijiet Casapinta Exhibitions and Events jistgħu joffrulek. Għalhekk jekk għandek xi attivitajiet fuq barra, eżibizzjonijiet jew xi tiġ, ċemplilna issa ħal-stima.
Lob tan-nar u effetti pirotekniċi li jistgħu jintużaw faċilment u mingħajr periklu waqt attivitajiet diversi kemm fl-apert jew fil-magħluq. ċemplu Studio 7 fuq 2-1-4-8-6-3-0.
Studio 7 can handle all your technical needs and make your wedding that extra special. We can provide and deliver portable simultaneous interpretation, video projections, lighting and sound equipment, DJ and entertainment services, high-definition filming services, themed rooms and chill-out areas, ice sculptures and decorations, customized design and printing. Call Studio 7 on 21486-301.
State-of-the-art and professional. LED screens, sound, stage, lights. Call Studio 7 on 21486-301.
L-ura reporter ma' Ali Konate, kellim tal-Migrant Network for Equality. Ali, we were talking about life in detention center, life from Mali to Malta, out there in the street, the so-called freedom. How free do you feel you are? How free do you have the same opportunities that I have, that other people have, that are Maltese, that maybe don't have your color, that don't have your background? Are you as free as me?
No.
Why not?
Because the things that I face on the street sometimes doesn't make me feel like you.
What do you face?
I know.
What do you face on the street?
We face problems on the bus because of the color. We face problems on the club because of the color. We face problems at workplaces because of the color. I mean, if I say color, it's really for color, because I know some people which came here with me, they were from Iraq. They're white, of course. After a few months, when they get their freedom, today some of them can work anywhere they want, but I can't. I can't. Because this is because of color.
Why do you think? Why do you think? I mean, but why do you think?
Because
what do you think? What is it you think it is? Is it ignorance? Is it a problem that we don't understand? What do you think it is? I'm talking about me, because I consider myself to be not representative of the Maltese, but I know that this exists. But what do you think it is? What is it? Ignorance? You think? Afraid?
I don't believe that is afraid, but it's ignorance, and as well is the way how people talk about migration in Malta here. For example, on the news, on anybody, from high to down. You know, one day someone make a comment about migrants, it is total disaster. So
but do you realize that there is today perhaps more of a movement, not exactly organized, to stand up for fighting this perception, this racism?
Yes, I know.
Do you think that more Maltese are speaking up against racism today?
Yes. A lot of people are speaking up against the racism, but the problem is that when you want to build up a place, it takes time. But when you want to break it down, maybe one day you will break it with a strong machine. You know, that's why.
Do you blame the politicians for this situation?
Well, if I don't blame them, I don't thank them as well the way they do it.
You're becoming a diplomat now. You're talking very carefully, but I don't blame you. Obviously, I don't blame you.
Not to do. Okay.
Ali Konate, 10 years in Malta. I mean, how old are you to start with? Start off. How old?
Today I'm 28.
Today you're 28.
Yeah.
Do you see a future for you? Would you like to have a future with? I mean, I have no idea, but I mean, the idea of maybe settling down. Would you like to? Do you dream of this thing, or do you don't see it happening?
Well, I myself set myself down, but according to the law, I'm not seeing any future for me in here. Any future, because first of all, I work, I pay tax, I pay NI, but when I'm out of my job and my boss fire me, I have no support, I have no benefit. And again, if I'm working like that, in 30 years more time, if I'm retired, I have no benefit, I have no retire money. So what is the future for me then?
Last question, Ali Konate. One of the things one of the things which maybe surprised people, apart from the incident where Kamara lost his life, was the fact that Kamara was a non-entity for 3 years. Are there many people like Kamara out there?
Out there?
Out there. Are there many people like Kamara that we don't know? That are not unknown. They are working, they are living, they are contributing to society. They are not. Are there many people?
No, I don't think there are many people, because Kamara, I know about Kamara because him himself told me. So not everyone can tell you, listen, I am escapee from detention. You see them, you work with them.
Did he have the same language that you? Could you speak in the same language?
Yes. We speak the same language.
You speak the same language?
Yes.
Ali Konate, I wish I had more time. We thought we did not, 20 minutes was too long, but it's too short.
Yeah.
I would have liked to talk about all the other things which are important for you and important also for us as journalists. I wish you the best.
Yeah.
And I hope that out of this interview maybe people realize that this issue of color has become ridiculous and far-fetched. I wish you the best.
Thank you very much.